Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So NC State's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
He lofts one down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
This crowd knows when to bring it.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The inside handoff.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
On third down, going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Florida State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They'll ride Davis here. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. he was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They go to the ground. He breaks the tackle. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Now adjusting. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Running back searching for a hole. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Back to throw, it's Glenn. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the Noles will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, that play never had a chance on 4th down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. Sweet spin. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to Davis. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Fires to the big fella. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Noles have this offense rolling. 29-50. Handoff to the lone back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They'll give it to the back. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Those 3rd downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder, but this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Running toward the goal line. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Yeah, and you run a play that's conservative, and you're going to hand the football over, and you think nothing bad's going to happen. And, man, if he doesn't just cough it up, terrible timing. You get inside that 5-yard line ready to make a play, score some points, and instead the defense recovers the football.
North Carolina State has it back. To the field. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. On the run, it's Scott. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think the defense had a pretty good idea they were running the football. How about that? Bringing the pressure, getting in the backfield, almost getting a safety.
I thought from watching up here in the booth, real time, that looked like a safety, but I guess he got just the nose of the football out in the field of play. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The play-action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's reeled in, it's Davis. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job. Understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese. 4th and short, that means decision time. Or for us, green light.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Leaves it with the back. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
with the run on 1st and goal. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Glenn. Coming after it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. It's good. And guys, that field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 flash today. Arizona looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, it's been one pothole after another. They're trailing by 21 to TCU. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. It's complete on the right side. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And they can't make the connection.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense in their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Trying to find his man on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for them?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Shakes off the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. After the run, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think a swag. It's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house and make big plays.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
To the air, it's Glenn. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this game really has turned into a defensive... Both defenses right now are just absolutely dominating. That time, nice job using his pass rush moves. Quarterback, and they just look like they cannot be blocked right now up front.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fighting off the defender. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Bailey. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan. Now, in these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space. See if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Off the play fake. Fires left. Makes a connection. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Dances away from the heat. Finds his big tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. The running back has it. Fights off a defender. And is slipped out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. In the red area, it's Wiggins. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back. We'll replay the down. 1st down here for the offense. He wants to throw it. Getting some heat. Going to try to get it himself. He's off to the races. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you...
Touchdown, Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, North Carolina State. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And, man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They don't mind being aggressive from deep in their own end, and it paid off there as they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put that push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman Hope. They're working that left side. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Bulldozes his way through. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll ride the hot hand. And this time they're waiting for him, and he only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Here's the handoff. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. They think there's room to run to the right here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Timeout, NC State.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
After the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Trying to get to him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
And I love this defense coming up big late in the 4th quarter. 2 sacks in a row all over this quarterback.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking the deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly.
The throw falls incomplete. It's 2nd down.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Pass falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Ball in the air. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
1 man in the backfield, and he gets it.
The carry is the 1. down at the 19-yard line. Brings up second down.
And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely